Hedy held out her hand to inspect them. Easy peasy. A couple of staples, it'll be fine. Can you fix it for me, Hedy? What do they do again? Well, Max bit his lip, thinking on the spot. They're my shadow of magic goggles. They show the magic all around you. Hedy brought the goggles to her eyes, playing along. There was nothing to see but the garden, of course. I guess these do need fixing, 'cause I can't see anything. It'll cost you. I can pay you 5 grotesque poops. Hedy made a gagging face. I'll do it for free, then. When the cloud cleared, the 4 of them went back into the garage. In days gone by, the Sky Skepner had created steeds for riders through the sky. It was not in perfect working order, though, so Mrs. Pal had tasked Spencer with fixing it. She knew that Spencer wanted to become a maker like her, someone who could craft objects with special enchanted powers, and she was subtly starting his informal apprenticeship. Spencer picked up the Sky Skepner, which looked like a cross between a fishing rod and a butterfly catcher. There was a net at the top of a long rod, and halfway down the rod was a leather bulb for water and a small handle. Unfortunately, the bulb had a couple of punctures from which water leaked at random moments, and nothing Spencer had used to fix the holes had stuck. He began waving it through the air whilst winding the handle and muttering to himself. Your shoes are going to get wet, Hedy noted as water dribbled from the bulb. Spencer ignored her. Soon a small mist formed in the net. When he quickly swiped the net downwards, the mist detached and became a tiny cloud in the shape of a rhinoceros. That's even smaller than before, Max complained. Spencer sighed. I know. I'm sure I fixed the handle, but there's still something wrong with the bulb. It won't stop leaking. The perfectly formed rhinoceros began to gallop in the air, looping around Hedy. As it moved, it began to change shape, just as real clouds did, and a minute later it had reformed as a pig. But soon after that, the trotting pig cloud began to slow down and then disintegrate, becoming shapeless and then disappearing altogether. I can't work out how to make the clouds bigger and stay for longer, said Spencer. How could anyone ride them if they disappear so fast? He held the rod out to Hedy. Want to try? No thanks, she said. Why not? Demanded Max. He refused to accept that anyone would pass up a chance to use magical artifacts. It's only clouds. You couldn't kill anyone with a cloud. They're harmless. Don't be such an insensitive twerp, Max, Jelly hissed. Uncle John only got out of hospital a month ago. A couple of months back, Grandpa John had taken ill in the woods. Or rather, he'd tried to use magic while in the woods with Hedy and Spencer to cure the illness he already knew he had. The magic hadn't worked, though. It had backfired and his illness had taken a sudden, terrible turn for the worse, right there among the trees. Hedy's frightened run back to the house for help, the ambulance taking him away. They were things she didn't think she would ever forget. She turned on her heels and marched out. Don't forget, she said over her shoulder. If the clouds are big enough to ride, they're big enough to fall off. She wasn't in the mood to talk now, but they followed her out of the garage anyway. Before long, little round grey stones dropped onto their heads. They looked up. It was one of the grotesques, the gargoyle. She was one of the more fearsome stone statues from the roof. Her wings spanned nearly a metre. Her haunches were muscled, and below the horns on her head were sharp eyes that missed very little. Max dropped to the ground, eagerly gathering the pebbles. Really, Tempest? Said Hedy. You know, you can just say hi instead of dropping your poop on us. You cannot deny that you pay more attention to us this way, said Tempest in her raspy voice, swooping to the ground. What were you doing? They told the gargoyle about their feeble attempts to use the Sky Skepner. She sniffed and flared her wings. I am not much surprised that it is not working as you expect. There is something I must show you. Come, meet me on the roof. At the top of Grandpa John's house was the Belvedere, an open-sided tower with an excellent view of the area. Tempest, of course, could simply fly up to the roof from the garden. So by the time the children had climbed 3 flights of stairs and come out through the attic, she was bobbing her head impatiently. Look at that, she said with disgust, jutting her chin.